Here's something I want you to sit with for a second. What if the reason your money isn't building isn't that you are doing the wrong things? What if you're doing most of the right things just in the wrong order? Because that's what I see consistently. People who are budgeting, people who are saving something every month, people who have even started investing, and yet every few months something goes wrong and the progress just disappears. That's not a discipline problem, that's a sequencing problem. Your money is like a building and most people are trying to put the roof on before the foundations are in. It looks like progress, but the first storm takes it down. So in this video, I want to give you the right order. 5 parts, each one has to come before the next. And when you know which part you're currently on, everything gets simpler. You are not behind, you are just missing the sequence. Before we get into it, a quick note. Most financial content goes straight into the exciting stuff, investing, ISAs, compound interest, and those things genuinely matter. We are going to get there today, I promise. But here's the thing, trying to invest your way out of a broken financial foundation is like putting a turbo engine on a car with no brakes. You are not making progress faster, you are just making the eventual crash bigger. So 5 parts, let's get into it. Part 1. The leaks. Before you do anything else, before you pay extra debt, before you increase your savings, before any of it, you need to know where your money is actually going. Not roughly, actually. Because most people, when they do this properly for the first time, find money they did not know was leaving. Subscriptions they signed up for and forgotten about, insurance policies they never renewed, premium accounts they don't use, contracts that auto-renewed at a higher rate. I'm not talking about luxuries, I'm talking about money that is genuinely leaving your account with no benefits to you whatsoever. There is also something worth naming here, lifestyle creep. That's when your income goes up but your spending quietly rises to match it. Somehow you earn more and yet feel no better off. Your future self quietly gets outbid by the present self every single month. The fix is simple, but it requires honesty. Go through 1 full month of bank and card statements, not to judge yourself, just to see. Highlight everything you are paying for that you don't actually actively value, switch it, cancel it, or renegotiate it. For most people, this frees up between £30 and £100 a month. That's between £360 and £1,200 a year. Real money just from looking. Part 2. The floor. Here is what I mean when I say most people are building without a foundation. You might be saving every month, investing a little, feeling like you are making progress. And then the boiler breaks, or the car needs repair, or you have an extra unexpected bill. And because there is no buffer, that cost goes on a credit card, or it wipes out the savings, and you are back to zero. Not because you did anything wrong, because the floor wasn't in place. The floor is your emergency fund, and I want to be clear about what this is for. It's not for holidays, it's not for opportunities. It is specifically for the thing that goes wrong that you didn't see coming. Start with £500. That sounds small, but £500 buffer means that almost everyday emergencies, a tire, a dental appointment, a one-off bill don't have to touch your credit card or your progress. Then build to £1,000. Then once you have dealt with part 3 and part 4, come back and build 3 to 6 months of your essential expenses. That's not 3 to 6 months of everything you spend, just rent, food, bills and transport. The number you would need to survive if your income stopped. Keep it in a separate easy access savings account, not in your current account, it will get spent. Not in investments, it can fall in value at exactly the wrong moment. Boring, accessible, separate. When that's in place, one bad month doesn't derail you. That is an underrated superpower. Part 3. The free money. This is the one that genuinely surprises people when they realize what's been happening. If your employer offers a matched pension contribution and you are not contributing enough to get the full match, you are handing back part of your salary. Let me say that again, because it doesn't get enough attention. Your employer match is not a bonus, it's not a perk, it's part of your compensation package wearing a very boring name. If your employer matches contributions up to 3% of your salary and you are only putting in 1%, they are only matching 1%, you are leaving the other 2% every single month. To put numbers on it, if you are on 28,000 and your employer matches up to 3%, contribute 3% yourself and the employer adds another £840 a year on top. That's free money invested before income tax every year. This step comes before aggressively clearing debt because the guaranteed return from claiming your employer match is almost always higher than the interest you're paying on a standard debt. Check your contract or your HR portal, find out what your employer matches, then make sure you're contributing at least that amount. Part 4. The drag. Expensive debt is not just money going out, it's a constant backward force on everything else you are trying to build. Credit card debt at 20% interest, overdraft with daily fees, high interest loans, these aren't neutral. They are actively working against your future. Here's a way to think about it. If you have £2,000 on a credit card at 20% APR and you are making a minimum payment, you could be paying that off over 5 years and paying several £100 more in interest than you originally spent. And here is the reframe I want to offer. Debt is not a moral failure, it's a friction in the system. The goal isn't to feel bad about it. The goal is to acknowledge that clearing high interest debt is one of the best guaranteed returns you can get anywhere. Paying off a 20% credit card is a 20% risk-free return. Nothing in the stock market offers that. 2 methods worth knowing. The avalanche method. Put every spare pound at your highest interest rate debt first. Minimum payments on everything else. Mathematically optimal. The snowball method. Clear the smallest balance first, regardless of the interest rate. Psychological power. The momentum from clearing a debt entirely can keep you going. Both work. Pick the one you will actually stick to. Once the expensive debt is gone, the money that was going to interest is now yours. That's when the machine really starts to work. Part 5. The engine. This is what most people came to this video for, and this is why I asked you to wait. Investing is genuinely powerful, but investing is the engine, and an engine fitted on a car with no brakes, no foundation, and a fuel leak isn't going to get you where you want to go. With the floor in place and the drag gone, now the money you invest actually compounds. It doesn't get wiped out by the next emergency. It doesn't get eaten by interest. It actually works. For UK beginners, the 2 vehicles that matter the most are your pension and a stocks and shares ISA. Your pension, particularly if your employer contributes, is the most powerful tax efficient place to invest for a long term. Contributions go in before income tax. The growth is tax free inside the wrapper. For retirement money, it's unbeatable. A stocks and shares ISA gives you £20,000 a year in tax-free investing. Any growth, any income, no capital gains tax, no dividend tax. For goals that are in retirement, it's the cleanest vehicle available in the UK. For beginners, you don't need to pick individual stocks. A low-cost global index fund, something like VWRP Vanguard's FTSE All World ETF, gives you exposure to thousands of companies across the world in one fund with a very low annual cost. Platforms worth looking at include Vanguard UK, Invest Engine, Hargreaves Lansdown, and Fidelity UK. You don't need to start with a lot. £50 a month is real start. £100 is solid. £200 if you can manage it. What matters far more than the amount is consistency and time. And the final piece, automate it. Set up a standing order for the day after the payday. The money moves before you have a chance to spend it. You make the decision once and the system executes it every single month. Automation is how you make good decisions once instead of fighting yourself every month. 5 parts, right order. The leaks, the floor, the free money, the drag, the engine. You don't have to fix all 5 at once. You just have to know which one is next. Because fixing the wrong thing first, however good your intentions, is why most people feel they are treading water. So here's what I want you to do right now. In the comments below, tell me which of the 5 parts you are currently working on. Just drop the name. I read every single comment and I will reply. One last thing, this video is for educational purposes only. It's not personal financial advice. Your situation is yours. If you need tailored advice, please speak to a qualified financial advisor. If this was useful, a like helps this channel more than you would think. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one.